Hello and welcome again. It's James back, and you know what? This is, if you look at the marketing map, I've written some text up at the top, and I want you to take a look at it. And don't take it lightly. Please don't take it lightly. I'm just going to reattach the capture bar here on my Mimeo capture device, my steadfast Mimeo, and here it is. This is something. I'm going to write down these two words. Business model. Business model. And it says on the map, it says a clear vision of how you want your business to run. How do you want your business to run? You know what? There are a gazillion ways to run a business. There are a gazillion ways to run a business. But the interesting thing is that if you find a business model that works, it's a lot easier to copy a working business model than it is to reinvent one. Can you reinvent one? Yeah, sure you can. But it takes time, energy, effort, and usually a lot of trial and error and money to make it happen. So what we want to do is we want to be able to find how can we get a business model that we know already works. So we're going to look at a business model in this section of the course, but more importantly, what I want you to understand, there's a couple things that are really important here. You have to have a clear vision. You've got to make some decisions as to what? Here we go again. What is it that you want to have happen? You know, I get completely amazed every day I open up my email and I see someone talking about having an AdSense business, or someone talking about having an affiliate business, or someone talking about a multi-level marketing business. You don't have those businesses, you are using those business models, and this is a huge distinction. Don't confuse the model. It does not equal the business. Now let me explain that. Now we talk about a hub and spoke marketing model, which is a business model. But we're also going to talk about something that I call a theme and a niche. See, the hub and spoke marketing model is a business model, but the theme and the niche is a business market. You are going to have to select a market and apply a business model to that market. And what's the purpose? You want to combine the two of them so that they give you whatever that goal is. Now, I've included here a course called Small Simple Steps, and Small Simple Steps is all about what? It's about goal setting and understanding the vision for what you want as a business. What do you want as a lifestyle? What do you want to do when you wake up in the morning? How long do you want to work each day? These are all things that you have to decide. How much time do you want to spend with your family or your kids or your loved ones? How much time do you want to spend out of the country? How much time do you want to spend at the beach or playing with the toys that you have? These are all things that you've got to consider. Once you've done that, picked some goals and some outcomes for what you want to have happen in your life and in your business, then what we've got to do is take a look at how can I apply this hub and spoke business model to a market that you select. Now, am I going to select the market for you? No, not at all. I'm not selecting the market for you. I don't have your experiences. I don't have your passion. I don't have your interests. I don't have your knowledge. What I do have is the business model that works. You have to apply that business model to your particular market. Okay? You've got to pick a market, and that's actually one of the next sections we're going to talk about is the research. What market are you going to be in? What's the theme of your business using my hub and spoke model, and what niche markets are you going to be in? Now notice I've said a couple things. I said niche markets. I didn't say niche market. Okay, and I talked about business models again. Now here's the part. I mentioned this a little earlier. Sometimes I get sort of frustrated when someone says I'm in the AdSense business. No, you're not in the AdSense business. Earning money with AdSense is a business model. It's not one that, in my opinion, works. You can't do an AdSense business as a standalone business. And if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, try it and then come back and talk to me. Because I know very, very few people that actually have a unique AdSense business where they're earning the bulk of their money in a business over any period of time just using AdSense. Same thing goes for affiliates. People say, I have an affiliate business. No, you earn money as an affiliate marketing other people's products. Does everyone earn a full-time living doing that? Very, very difficult. If someone tries to tell you that it's doable, yeah, it is for a small percentage or part of the population, and you can't build a business doing it. Those are all pieces of the puzzle, and that's why we use the hub and spoke model to tie these all together. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't spend the time to figure out what it is that you want, not only from your business and what you want to do in your business and what vision you want to have of the way your business is running, how many employees do you want? Do you want to be doing the work? Do you want someone else to be doing the work? How much technology do you want involved? Do you want to sell to what kind of customers? These are all things that you have to do. So you're going to have to spend time in the Small Simple Steps course. Now I've included the links to it. You've got to get in there, play around with it, write notes down, spend time with it, because without it, think about it for a second. If you have a business model, let's take a look at both pieces of the puzzle here. If you had a business model, but no market to apply it to, and we'll talk about what makes a market a good market, if you didn't have that, what would happen? Would it work for you? No, not at all. Doesn't work at all. On the other hand, let's say for example, what would be a good example? I want to make sure that I give you one that makes sense. Just cross off my X here. Let's say we have a market that is a super hot market. Or actually, let's say we've got a business model that absolutely bites, that doesn't work. It isn't feasible. It doesn't give us the lifestyle that we want, but we're in a really super hot market. Is that going to work for you? No. You know what? There's lots of people that go bankrupt in a great market because their business model bites. I'll give you an example. Everyone's heard of Little Caesars Pizza. Little Caesars Pizza. I hope they've heard of it. At least in North America, they should have heard of it. There's all of the Little Caesars franchises where I live. Guess what happened? They're bankrupt. They've closed. All of the Little Caesars. 100 Little Caesars pizza stores I know in our area closed. Why? Is pizza not selling anymore? Yeah, it's selling like it's selling like hotcakes. Everyone buys pizza, but they're buying from a store that has a bad business model. The business has gone bankrupt. So you're going to need both of these, but they've got to be tied together with that thing right at the top. What's the goal? What's the goal? How are you going to focus on this? What's going to make sense for you? How are you going to make sure that the time, energy, and effort that you put into it is going to be worthwhile and get you what you want? Okay? So watch a session, think about it, and do the Small Simple Steps course. Get into that course. Write down, document what it is that you want up front. If you don't know what it is, you're definitely not going to get it. I guarantee you of that. So you better know, what is it that I want? What kind of lifestyle do I want? And then we'll start to build in and add, how am I going to make this hub and spoke business model work for you. See, the beautiful part of this is you don't have to come up with a business model. I've already got that for you. You've only got to come up with, hey, what theme or market do I want to be involved in, and what niches or what areas of that market do I want to sell products or services into? And we're going to show you how to do that, but I want you to understand you've got the business model. This part is you're good to go here. The work is you've got to make sure that you have the good theme or niche market and that you understand explicitly what it is that your goal is, what you're focused on, and what you want to have happen in your life and in your business. So stay tuned. We'll have another session shortly. This is James Maduke speaking. You're watching the Hub and Spoke Marketing course from the Online Selling University.